That's it. Another season over. Another torrid season in the Premier League has come to an end. And I am very glad that that season is finished and over with, and we're safe. And we can hopefully go again next season, because boy, have we deserved some sort of respite from this season. Today's game, I thought they had to win, so I thought it was going to be backs to the wall kind of business, really. But it wasn't. I thought we actually played decently today. I thought we were really good in certain spells, but we give away some idiotic goals sometimes. I mean, their goal is absolutely horrendous from us. Ain't no, just clear the ball 3 or 4 times today. Just get rid of the ball. And they go in 1-0 up, and after the goal, it was kind of a bit lazy, a bit lax. Not really, people didn't really seem arsed, and it was quite a tough watch. But I thought the second half come out, and I thought we kind of dominated, really. We had plenty of shots. We sometimes dilly-dally with it a bit too much on the edge of the area. 3 or 4 times today, just shoot. That's one thing I want to see from us next season, is just shoot when you're in those sort of positions. Like our front men are trying to walk the ball in, just shoot. I'd rather them put it into row Z than try and make 3 or 4 more passes and score the perfect goal. Just shoot. But, you know, that's something to build on, something to learn about. But I don't really feel Brentford did a lot for us today, I feel like as a team, we played the better football, and we had more chances to win the game, and I think we've been unlucky not to. Some good defending from them. I thought Collins had a decent game for them, and they've got some really good players in Buemo, Wissa. Their midfielders are very good as well. So yeah, I'm kind of pleased with the points. I'm glad we haven't lost, because we usually do lose the last game of the season. But luckily today we've managed to come away with a point, which finishes us in 16th place, and I would have absolutely snapped every limb in my body to finish 16th this season. But we finished 16th. We can build on next year, and hopefully as a football team we can progress. The end of the game, I thought there's some certain players who won't be here next year. Nelson's one of them. You could see today that he doesn't look like he'll be staying to be a Wolves player. And Matheus Cunha's the same. He said his goodbyes, I think, at the end, after a bit of a time delay in that way. I think he got some stick today from the Wolves fans, and rightly so. He's been an absolute bellend towards us, but he's also been an absolute awesome footballer, and has played probably the biggest part in us staying in the Premier League this season. So you have to like him for that. I know it's tough. I know it's probably not what people want to hear, but you have to like him. You have to respect him, and without him, we might be saying a different story today. So yeah, sad to see the players go, but I'm excited for next season if that fucking dickhead upstairs wants to invest well and we sign the right players, then hopefully Vitor can have a team to build on next season. So yeah, another season in the books, another season in the Premier League. I hope you all have a wonderful time off, because I'm going to have a lovely break and not worry about Wolves for a while. Big shout out to Dave and the lads for this season, taking us all on again to speak our minds as usual, getting us on the pod and stuff. So yeah, it's been a good season, always enjoyable. Thank you to all of you that watch and support the channel, and keep on doing that, because it helps everybody out. So yeah, look, from me, see you all next season. Hopefully we win the league. Who knows? All the best.
Well, that's it for the season. All done, and nice to avoid defeat today, and good to see a goal as well. And what a goal it was from Menetzi, to be fair. Some proper Route 1 football. Agbadou with the goal kick, not quite sure why he was taking rather than Sarr, but then to be fair, when you see him connect with it like that, straight down the middle of the pitch, lovely flick on from Larson and a great run from Menetzi, and what a strike it was. You know, he hit it, it stayed hit, and it was a great finish, and it finished 1-1. So yeah, nice to avoid defeat last game of the season, because we haven't done that too many times in recent years, so hopefully there's a little bit of confidence going into the summer. Overall, it wasn't a bad game. Brentford weren't anything special at all, to be fair. We had a little bit of a trouble trying to create chances. There's a couple of times just the final ball just wasn't really good enough. One in particular from Cunha, he could have just rolled Gomez in and he'd have had a tap in, but decided to keep hold of it, and in the end it came to nothing. But yeah, so we played all right. Gedge really should have scored. I mean, again, a good ball actually from Menetzi, who I thought had his best game since arriving at Wolves in January. I thought he was really good today. Actually looked a yard quicker than he has in recent weeks, and held onto the ball, recycled it really well, on top of the pressing that we see him do week in, week out. So yeah, but really good pullback from him, and really it should be a tap in from Gedge. He's just not connected very well at all. It's spinning away, and yeah, just not a good finish. But as I say, I'm sitting here, end of the season, got to reflect on really tale of two halves. Really poor first half of the season, obviously under Gary O'Neill, and got miles better under Pereira. You know, that 6-game winning run really is what did it for us. And nice sitting here on the last game of the season, not checking other results, thinking, oh, are we up, are we down? You know, comfortably staying up come the end of the season. And yeah, so all in all, not a bad season. I think it's going to be a really tough summer now. You look to that starting lineup, and potentially up to about 5 players could be leaving, and you look on the bench and it could be even more than that. So going to be a big rebuild for Pereira really over the summer. But my nervousness is we seem to say that every year, and every year it doesn't quite happen. So fingers crossed Fosun and Pereira get it right this summer, and we'll come back stronger into next year. But yeah, obviously, let's say not a bad result, and yeah, I'll see you next season.
Finished Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Brentford 1. Sam's been back on the channel again as always to give you some insight into what the game and what happened now in the final game of the season. And it's been a long season. I can't remember for a long time as a Wolves fan to get a season being as contrasted emotions as this. At Christmas I thought we were down, and then we end up, obviously the whatever Vitor's done to come in. It's been fantastic, but I'll get into that later on. Doherty came back into the starting line, obviously a few changes starting line from Palace. Doherty came back in. I thought we missed him massively at Palace away. He just brings a bit of calm, a bit of composure. He makes a big difference, Doherty, and he just go under the radar. He's been one of the big standouts for me this season. Since Pereira's came in, he goes just go under the radar a little bit. Lots of Agbadou gets a lot of pressure, and so Agbadou gets a lot of praise, and so does Totti. But Doherty's done so much that right wing, that sort of right side of the back three. I don't think that he should go unmentioned really. Gomez, Andre midfield again as a pair, so good. So many times I've said this this season about Gomez. Every time there's a 50-50 ball. Today he was class at getting his body between the ball and the player, winning a free kick, winning himself out of tight areas. For me, he can't go. We can't lose him. If we lose him for next season, if we break up that centre midfield pairing, it's going to make a big difference, really big change. So I really don't want to lose Gomez. Judging by at the end of the game, he's doing his round of applause and his claps and everything. His body language didn't seem like he was going, but you never know what's going to happen in the transfer window. Brentford were well organised in terms of attack. I thought every time there was a player on the ball, they would try and knock it. As soon as one forward player, whether it's Wiesel or Breno, got on the ball, the other one was out wide, give him an option to play a percentage ball as a channel. They do a lot about percentage and stats, Brentford, and that's exactly what the game plan was. Can we knock it in behind? Can we knock it and run? Wiesel and Breno are very similar sort of build of player, I think, of style of players as what we'd have had in Jota. They basically got 2 sort of Jota type players where they're aggressive, direct, running behind, powerful runners, coming up the ball behind them. That was the game plan, really. We give them a silly goal, mess around at the back. I need to see that one again, apart from I've only sorted the game live, but I can't remember who gave the ball out. But there was a ball where Ait-Nouri played the ball out to Kuna. Kuna played back to Ait-Nouri again, and Kuj never played the ball back to him. And then I think Ait-Nouri lost it, and then I can't remember what happened after that. I can't remember that next bit, but it was silly. It was silly frustration to give a goal away like that. Pereira then had to go at Kuna on the sideline. Called him over that side and told him that situation. He can't be doing those sort of things in those sort of areas. Guedes, again, started up front. Should have scored in the second half. That chance he had where Menetzi did really well, balling behind to Menetzi. He squared it across. put a really good ball to put it back, and then Guedes put it wide. I was right behind that. I thought I'd gone in originally, but that was a big chance for Guedes. We did miss Larson, I thought, today. It looked better when he came on. Kuna wasn't 100% at it again. Maybe trying to do too much to his opportunities. We should have played the players and he didn't, but he always does that now. Larson came on again, big long ball for the top from Agbadou from a goal kick, flicked on by Larson. Menezes played in, smashed it, bang, top corner. Now, how many times I love Menezes on this channel. I love Menezes. So many people on this channel don't. That's fine. Everyone's entitled to opinion. He does lots in terms of running, lots of pressing, but he does bring more structure as well to the game. I mean, that goal, we know he's not a gifted footballer. We know he's not going to finish that. He missed a lot easier chances that this season. But fair play to him. He smashed that in, and he deserves it. You know, he's the type of character, the type of person we want at Wolverhampton Wanderers. So I couldn't be happy for the bloke, really. And last thing before leave for the season, it's a massive season. I know it's stating the obvious. This summer transfer window, this is a massive one, I think, for going into next season. So many changes. Semedo's obviously off, looking at the scene today. Kuhn's obviously gone as well. I think there's potentially others. Nuri could go as well. Guedes, Hwang, to name a few. Obviously not key to changes. He's a big summer for recruitment this year. I don't want to be sat here in a year's time going, we had to sack Vitor Pereira in November. We had to get another manager in to try and save us. I want to get out of this cycle and try and push on a little bit further as a team and as we call as Wolverhampton Wanderers. But that's me now, signed off for the season. I might do some videos of this. I don't know. I'd speak to Dave about that. But enjoy your break, Wolves fans, and I'll catch you next season. Cheers.
It's all over. The end of the Premier League season. What a fucking season. Jesus, like, not in a good way. I think we could all confirm that. But yeah, I'm so glad to see the back of this season. It's been a tiring one. Like, the start of this season went absolutely dire under Gary O'Neill. Thankfully, Vitor Pereira came in and kind of turned our fortunes around, because I had kind of resigned to the fact that we were going down come Christmas time. So I was so kind of pleased to see us turn it around. I'd fallen out of love with the club. I'd fallen out of love with watching us play. I was so sick of it. I'd kind of, like I've said this in previous match reacts before, I'd turn my attention to any other sport I could but football, because I was so sick of watching the Wolves play. But Pereira came in, turned our fortunes around. Obviously, we had the wonderful run of 6 wins on the spin, which was great, then to lose the next 3. But today it's finished Wolves 1, Brentford 1 at the end of the year, which is positive. I mean, the fact that we haven't been battered on the final game of the season makes a change for us, and it's a nice change, because often we go out, finish the season on a whimper, and hopefully that gives us a bit of a springboard. It's not a massive springboard, but a bit of a springboard in comparisons to recent years, which we can build on. I think there's an identity in this team, and I think there's a lot of work to be done in the summer. We're going to get a lot of player sales. We're going to see a lot of players walk out the door, but hopefully we see a lot of players come in. I mean, Fosun massively have to pull their finger out. I'm absolutely sick to death of them. The false promises, they're giving managers hope when they've absolutely got none to be thinking about, got no money really. But whether Fosun gives us any money is a separate question. But off player sales, if they hold to that and, you know, give us the money that we deserve, you know, hopefully we can bring some players in that actually want to play for this football club. Yeah, decent performance today. Decent performance. I wasn't unhappy with it. And Brentford still had a lot to play for. They're a team playing for Europe, and we held up, more than held our own. I think we were the better team in large portions of the game. Good pressing on the final day where we should be on the beach. Good pressing pretty much across the pitch. Some good performances all round. João Gomez absolutely stellar again. Cunha desperate for that last bit of PR. Loves that, looking for the Fabrizio post, but he didn't get it. But which I was kind of pleased to see. But he was really trying for it. But yeah, it's time that we do a rebuild in this club. I think it's become stale. Some of the players that we need to desperately get rid of, and we've got a lot of players to bring in, build something new, build something exciting, because this season has been drab. If we're being brutally honest, it's been drab. I've become so tired of the shit start to the season, sack the manager, get the bounce, kind of go out on a whimper and start the cycle again. We've done that for the last 3 or 4 years, and I'm absolutely sick to death of it. I want something to be excited about at this club, and if that means fighting for 10th with a team with an identity and a team of players that actually want to be here, much like the Brentfords and the Brightons and the Palaces of this world, then sign me up, because I've become so bored of watching this club play, especially before Christmas. I'm more interested now, but yeah, there's a lot to. I want to find a reason to be excited, and I think there is something to be excited about, providing we get the investment from Fosun. It's a big ask, you know. We all know what they're like. We know they don't hold their promises, but a lot of work to be done. And I'm just hoping that we see it, because I do love this club and I want to be excited watching this club. I want to fight for things. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm just fighting for, I'm asking for a good finish in the table. I'm looking for good cup runs. Let's do what Palace did this year. That's what I want, and I think we're capable of that with this manager, with a crop of players that actually want to be here. We're absolutely capable of it. So yeah, it's been a tough season. It's been a very tough season, but yeah, I will see you all at the start of next season. Make sure to stay up to date with Talking Wolves, all of the transfer rumours to come. That's where you'll hear it first. But yes, thank you for having me, lads. It's been a pleasure once again, and I will see you next season.